introduction videos, we have shown you how easy it is to set up your StellarDS.io account, to create tables, and to get up and running with the REST API. And of course, with the REST API, you can add your data, manipulate your data in your StellarDS.io account. But what if you already have existing data and you want to get that up and running in your StellarDS.io account? This video is about importing data and using our import tool to achieve that. So stay with me and I will show you, guide you through the process of using our import tool to get your existing data into your StellarDS.io account. And we start with our StellarDS.io website, where I have already an existing account. I access my account here through Manage Database. And here I have a view on my account, my project, and of course also the tables already in my project, the applications to give access to these tables, etc. And now the task is, how can we import existing data on our local system into our StellarDS.io account? On my local system, I have a CSV file for a table, and that CSV file contains information from actors, actresses throughout the movie history. And we have the name and pre-name of the actor, date of birth of the actor, also the debut year or the first year when this actor or actress appeared in a movie, the title of that first movie, and also some description, some information about this actor or actress. And this is the data that we want to get imported into our StellarDS.io account. I already created for that a movies table that has several fields: name and pre-name of actor or actress, the birth date, the debut movie year, the title of the debut movie, and also a description text for the actor or actress. As you can see, I just created this table and this table is now empty. Now, to access our import tool, we simply navigate to import StellarDS.io/import, where I can see the data that I already have in my StellarDS.io account. In my movies table that you can see here, I have no information yet. To get access in the import tool to all our data in the StellarDS.io account, I had to specify my personal settings. And here you can see the client ID and the client secret for the application that I created in my StellarDS.io account to give the import tool access. You can find this information under applications, and here you can see the import tool where I have here the client ID, and the client secret was given upon creation of this application access. So this is the information that I used here in the settings for giving my import application access to my StellarDS.io account. So back to table. So the movies table is empty, and now we are going to try to import that table. So I move to the import tab, and if we inspect this CSV file, it is separated by semicolons. So I can select this file, and now you can see a preview of the data in that file. The first 10 records of that file are shown here. And now it is a matter of linking up the different columns in my CSV file to the different fields in my StellarDS.io table. And I do that by linking, for example, the name to the name in the CSV file. I link it. The pre-name, I link it, of course, to pre-name in the CSV file. Birth date will be year of birth that I link. The debut movie year is the first movie year. The title, I link it to the first movie title. And I have description that is linked to the noteworthy column here. So with that the columns in the CSV file are linked to the fields in my stellards.io table. And now only thing that remains to be done is importing this data. I click on import. Are you sure to import? And I say yes, and the import has happened. Now, if I go back to tables, you can see now that my movies table is no longer empty. All the data has been imported in that. Actually, the import tool, I can also already use it to edit information. For example, if I want to change this year of birth, I could actually change it to another year. So it can not only be used to import data, it can also be used to edit data. And now I confirm the edited data. To verify that this data was really imported, I can also double check that in my stellards.io account. I go to tables, I go to movies table, and here I expect the data that was a while ago still empty, and now you can see all the records that have been implemented. Actually 100 records have been imported. So with that, you discovered our import tool that you can access yourself on stellards.io, and you can use the application you create for it to get access to your stellards.io account. And you can select then CSV files here, and also JSON files are supported and possible. And after selection of these files, it's a matter of linking up the right data in your CSV or JSON to the various fields in your stellards.io account. And with that, you can easily set up existing data you have on your local system and make it ready for use in your stellards.io account. Stay tuned for more videos on stellards.io. Subscribe here on this button below, and you will be informed automatically of upcoming videos. And of course, I invite you to like this video. Till next time, thank you.